Monday, the 25th of April, sees the start of our Spring Nutrition Kickstart. This is our second Nutrition Kickstart of the year, and the focus is going to be on food tracking. In this video, I want to talk about when we're running it, why we're running it, and how you're going to get started. Firstly, when? Well, it's starting on Monday the 25th, and it's running through for 4 weeks until Sunday the 22nd of May. The reason that I run these challenges for 28 days is that in my experience, it's the ideal time for people to, first of all, stay compliant. If you run it for too long, people tend to drop out. And secondly, it's enough time for you to see some changes in your performance and in your body composition. Now, why we run a food tracking kickstart? Why is that important? Firstly, we need to find out where you are right now with your diet. There's two main factors we're going to look at. That's calories in, that's your energy intake, and also your macronutrient balance. In other words, what proportion of calories you get from fats, from carbohydrates, and from protein. As I've said many times before, nutrition is the foundation of CrossFit. It is the most important factor. If you get your nutrition right, you're 9/10 of the way to getting healthier. The training is just 10%. Nutrition has a huge impact. Not only on body composition, which is everyone's priority, it seems to be. In other words, how much body fat you have or how much muscle you have, but also a huge impact on performance. For example, if your calorie intake is too low, your performance will definitely be negatively affected. And it will also be so if your macronutrient balance is incorrect. Myself personally, I've seen huge improvements in my results once I've got my calorie intake up. There's periods where you want your calorie intake to be slightly lower and your macronutrient balance to be slightly different when you're trying to maybe reduce your body fat. But once you've got to a point where you can go to a maintenance phase, it's really important that that calorie intake is correct and also your macronutrient balance is correct for that phase of your training. Even if you are trying to lose body fat, making sure you get enough calories during that phase is crucially important. So don't think the lower the calories, the better if you're looking to just purely worry about body composition, because that is definitely not the case. That is a huge error. Okay, I'll go into more detail on different elements of the challenge and why in further videos, but for now, all you need to worry about is that getting these numbers right is going to improve your performance and get your body composition where you want it to be. Now, how do you get started? Very simply, I like to use myFitnesspal. That's an app to track my food. And I want you to do the same. The reason I use myFitnesspal is it's just the most widely used food tracking app available in the market. The database of foods is user-driven, which means there is a huge database, so you won't struggle to find foods on there. All I want you to do right now, if you haven't got this app already, is to download myFitnesspal. The account setup is free, there's no charge, and I want you to add CrossFit Chiltern as a friend on that app. If you go to your settings as well, you'll be able to see your privacy settings. Make sure you allow friends to view your food diary, especially if you're going to ask me advice during this Kickstart about what you should be doing, what you shouldn't be doing, or are you doing the right thing? I need to be able to see your food diary, so therefore add CrossFit Chiltern as a friend. Also, make sure that you have sugarWOD. Most of you should have that already, but make sure you have sugarWOD and you are logged in as a CrossFit Chiltern member. Remember the user code. If you haven't got that, then please just drop me an email and I'll send that through to you. Once the Kickstart begins, there will be a nutrition track turn up on our sugarWOD app where you'll be able to log the points you get for sticking to that Kickstart each day. The final thing I suggest you do is you come into the studio here and you'll see behind me there, the InBody. Before you do any nutrition Kickstart, it's really important to use that because it gives you a start point of where your body fat is, where your lean muscle mass is. But for this one especially, we want to pay attention to two bits of data that it will give you. That is the BMR, not to be confused with BMI. BMR is basal metabolic rate. That is purely the number of calories that you burn doing nothing. If you laid in bed all day and did absolutely nothing, your body would burn that. Basically like you're idling energy requirements. If you just sat idling for the whole day, that's what you would burn, okay, no matter what. And then it also will give you an estimated TDEE, that's total daily energy expenditure. Basically what you burn just on a normal day, not including workouts. Those two numbers are really important. Some of you may be surprised at how high those calorie numbers are, or maybe how low those calorie numbers are, but you need to know those bits of data. Now you can, if you haven't got an opportunity to come in and do that, you can use myFitnesspal. It gives you a very good estimation as well. You'll find that those numbers are fairly similar with the data you can put into myFitnesspal. But basically you need those baselines to start with. Set up your account on myFitnesspal, add CrossFit Children as a friend, make sure sugarWOD is set up on your phone too, and make sure you have a rough idea of where you should be. Now, the first week, I want you to basically disregard those numbers and just try to track as honestly as you can your regular weekly intake of everything that is calories. That can be food and drink can be a significant amount. If you're drinking fizzy pop and you're drinking alcohol, there's a huge number of calories from there. I'll talk about the effects of some of those on your body as well, which is where the macronutrients come in, but I'm not going to do that in this video here. But make sure you are as honest as possible. The more honest you are with your data, the easier it is to make changes that are going to be effective for your performance and your body composition. So to summarize, the challenge starts on Monday the 25th of April, running for 4 weeks till Sunday the 22nd of May. We are doing it to get some data on what our current situation is and to make some significant changes to our performance and to our body composition. And all you need to do to start with is to download myFitnesspal, set up your account, add CrossFit Children as a friend, make sure sugarWOD is set up, and if you can, use the InBody to get a baseline. The Kickstart begins on Monday, and all you're going to need to do for that first week is to just track honestly your food. I'm excited to get this challenge started. I love doing this one because it really gives you an insight into where you're at right now and to what you need to do to make changes. Try and get involved because it will be significant for your results. If you're ignoring nutrition in your CrossFit, you're basically missing the boat with the sort of performance changes we are looking for. Thanks for watching.